friends, this is Deepa Suresh. Welcome back. And today we are going to see how to make instant beaten coffee. So probably if you wanted to make some instant coffee, you will take a coffee powder and sugar in a cup, add some boiled milk, mix everything and your instant coffee is ready to drink. But what is this instant beaten coffee? It sounds really different and somewhat interesting, right? So this instant beaten coffee is a very famous coffee recipe from India, which is also known as Indian cappuccino. The ingredients we are going to use in this recipe is same just like the way we make instant coffee, but there is one extra step we have to do to get that extraordinary flavorful Indian cappuccino. So if you guys are really interested to know how, then keep on watching this video. So friends, to make this instant beaten coffee, you'll need 1.5 tablespoon of instant coffee powder. It is must that you have to use only instant coffee powder for this recipe, no other coffee powders. 2.5 tablespoon of powdered sugar. To make powdered sugar, just put your regular sugar into a blender and blend for just 10 to 15 seconds and you will get a powdered sugar, and you could use that in this recipe. And you guys can definitely adjust the amount of coffee powder and sugar in this recipe depending on how strong and sweet you want your coffee to be. 1 tablespoon of hot milk and 250 ml of full cream milk. Now take a deep and tall cup like this and transfer your coffee powder, powdered sugar and hot milk into this and mix everything together. Since we are going to beat up this mixture, it is highly recommended to use a tall and deep cup like this so that beating will be really easy. We are just going to beat all these ingredients for at least 5 minutes till the consistency become creamy. So it is must that you have to use only 1 tablespoon of hot milk for exactly the same recipe, because if you add too much of milk, the mixture will become runny and you will no longer get a perfect creamy texture. So use a right amount of milk while beating this coffee powder and powdered sugar. And if you are making more or less, just adjust the quantity of hot milk accordingly. And now I'm just going to beat up all these ingredients for 5 minutes till its consistency becomes creamy. After beating this mixture for just 2 minutes, all the ingredients have mixed well and you could notice the consistency is like kind of syrup. So still we have not yet attained a creamy consistency. So I'm just going to beat up this for another 2 to 3 minutes. So let's start beating once again. So after beating it for exactly another 3 minutes, this is how this coffee powder and sugar looks like. You could notice they have become perfectly creamy and the color also has lightened than before. So now this mixture is ready to use to make our delicious instant beaten coffee. So transfer this mixture into a coffee cups which you wanted to serve. Boil your milk till it rise up and then immediately transfer that hot milk into this cup. So as soon as you added the milk, you will notice that there is a lot of bubbles forming on top. That's all because of the aeration that formed while we beaten up that coffee powder and sugar. So you could notice how thick and creamy the coffee looks like. wanted to share a very interesting tip. That is, whether we are making a coffee or tea, we love to have a lot of froth over it, which makes it really delicious and looks very appetizing. So I strongly recommend you guys to buy this bubble maker, which you could find in most of the online stores or even in IKEA. This bubble maker is just amazing in creating a lot of froth in your milk so that you can use it over your coffee or tea. So here I have 50 ml of hot milk in a cup, and I'm just going to switch on this bubble maker and run it for 30 to 40 seconds till I get enough froth. So you could notice the froth is forming very nicely. So now this froth is ready to use over my coffee. And mix it. And that's all. Your delicious instant beaten coffee is now ready to serve. And believe me friends, this coffee is so creamy, just like the way you get in cafe or coffee shops. Since we have beaten that coffee powder and sugar for around 5 minutes, it infused well and releases a lot of aroma that you can feel in every sip. And whether you love coffee or not, if you make in this way, I'm sure definitely you will fall in love with it. And I hope you guys really find this video helpful. Do try this recipe and share your feedback. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to give a thumbs up for this video and subscribe to Deep's Kitchen for more delicious recipes. Bye bye.